Live, folks. This is a special report here on a very bitterly cold Missouri day. But we're doing the damn thing. But we gotta have Dimebag coming in. I'm sure he'll probably call or whatnot. The beautiful thing about today, there's been a lot of stuff happening in the news. Color, I'm sure you're aware of what's going on down there in Brazil. Them killing black folks with impunity. I'm sure you're aware of them trying to basically permit consent with this coming. Obviously trade wars here, but some have suggested a hot war with China and Russia, and potentially the EU as well. Oh my gosh, what a great time to be alive. But that's what we are. We are all alive, and we're trying our best to do what we got to do.
Yes, sir. That's what's up. Yeah. So we have other guests. Just want to say, man, thank you for having me on Special Report. And also, I'm glad that you're doing better, bro, speedy recovery and everything like that. So, praying for your strength and your wellness, and we're glad to have you back, brother.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad to be back. A lot of times, you get to talking, you get to listen, to different people. You know what I'm saying? And you start getting this overall sense, man, of like what's the bigger picture. I'm not talking about this big picture to us here in the United States, but to the whole world. And it gets you down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you have any type of physical weakness and shit, I think that psychological distress will break you down. That's why we pay so much money for people to come and entertain us. That's why we pay so much money for tickets to go to our favorite concerts, to escape the bitter reality.
Right.
All right. So, as an artist, man, hey, by the way, do you have any events coming up?
Not at this point. Actually, I'm on my way right now to do a photo shoot for kind of like a promo shoot for my upcoming album, Another Rebel, which is going to be released next month. We're pushing for next month. Hopefully we can get the physical copies of the CDs by really before Christmas. I have the new single, Hustle, that's doing very well on iTunes. It's on Apple Music, Amazon, Spotify. I just did a show at the Library Company. That was last Wednesday night, and it was phenomenal. And we're looking to come into 2019 full force. A lot of projects in the making, new music videos, promo photos, things like that. You can find me on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify. You can Google me on Cobra Immortal. You can connect with me on all my social media platforms, Instagram at Cobra Immortal, Twitter at Cobra Immortal, Facebook.com/Real Cobra Immortal. That's where you can find, that's the official music fan page for CI. And we're just constantly keeping on working, man. We're staying busy, staying on the grind, and hopefully next year we have a lot of shows and events coming up, which we're working on right now. So anything that happens or any events, we'll definitely keep you posted.
Awesome. Have you excuse me, have you thought more about actually coming in to the studio on a Friday? All right. I don't know what exactly it'll take, but doing a live, like a couple of songs throughout the show, like maybe one in the middle, one at the end, something like that we can get you on and have this thing nailed down.
Yeah, absolutely. Most definitely. I would be honored to do that, Brother Pat. Like I said, we take pride in what we do, and I look at our music and the other morning shows, Random BS, Special Report. It's like one big conglomerate family. So we are anything that you need, any services or any type of events that you have coming up, you can keep us posted. But I'm gonna be more than honored to come on your show and perform a few songs from the new album.
Right on, brother. I appreciate. I mean, like I said, right now it's barely cold out here where we're at, and we have to do this thing obviously indoors or whatnot. You know what I mean? So we'll get this rocking and rolling. Flowing for everybody. Has there been anything in the news lately?
Well, it's been a lot of things going on in the news. Of course, we just came from an election that was a week or so ago. We're still, reeling from that. Looks like the Democrats picked up a couple of seats in the Senate. Two key big seats that they needed to win. Jackie Rosen from Arizona. From Nevada, first time in maybe 20 years or better that a Democrat won Senate in Nevada, and also it's been 20 plus years in Arizona. The lady by the name of Kristen Sinema.
I don't think that's good.
A Democrat third seat. So it looks like that the Democrats will pick up a couple seats there, which would make the Republican majority, so it would be like 48 to 51. But also, with the Democrats controlling the House, they're getting ready to make a final push towards the Trump administration to push towards impeachment. And
on what grounds? Why impeach? What would be the grounds?
Well, the thing about it is, Brother Pat, is in my years of following politics, I never saw anything like this before, where we have a so-called president that has insulted every person in this country, Mexicans, Black people, sports athletes, Black women, Muslims, even the Jewish people. He disrespected our veterans by not showing up at certain events commemorating the
over in France. Yeah.
All of that, the World War I commemorative anniversary of the 100-year anniversary of World War I with France and America. So I truly believe that treason, there's so many things that Robert Mueller can throw at him. And I understand that there's some people out there, the Russia conspiracy is just a conspiracy, it's a hoax, but not necessarily, because what Robert Mueller has discovered is when he delivers his final report, which will be very soon, there's two other key indictments that is going on. Roger Stone, which was a longtime ally of Donald Trump, and also Donald Trump Jr. is subject to be.
Hold on 1 second, Cobra. Hold on. We'll get Dimebag on the line here as well. And hold on 1 second. Everybody there? Everybody here?
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Awesome. Got Dimebag on the line now, and Cobra. We were just talking about the Mueller, but the Oliver Stone thing. And a lot of the younger people don't know Oliver Stone was part of the Nixon Watergate deal back in the day. So, very seedy, kind of shady-ish guy for certain. Alex Jones' friend, I have to disclose that. Once again, nothing against Alex Jones, but, you roll with the devil. Don't be mad when people point that shit out. Now, but
so it's a good possibility that, like I said, we haven't seen anything like this before, where a so-called sitting president, which people don't realize of how deep in debt that this president or excuse me,
this country.
He's not a president. He's more like an idiot. And he has caused, when the rest of the world is looking at us like we're the laughing stock now. You see what Emmanuel Macron, the president of France, had basically said that there is no tolerance for white nationalism. Nationalism started in Russia back in the 1800s, 1900s, during the reign of the Bolsheviks.
Well, that was a part of Albert Pike's plan, though. Albert Pike broke this shit all down in a letter to Marzellin, talking about basically communism has to overthrow the Tsar in World War I. And then in World War II, or I think that's World War, yeah, and then World War II, communism versus, I guess, the Western ideology. And then World War III will be Christianity versus Islam. And then after that, everybody will be delusional about spirituality. And that's when Luciferianism will come to the forefront. And that's when the veil will be split and everyone understand what all this madness has ultimately always been about. It's been about you, boys and girls, keeping your mind off of God and putting your mind onto them or onto Lucifer,
right?
Whatever the fuck that means.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's something that whenever, now if you noticed, the one thing that happened, it's kind of funny. Whenever they were over there, Trump didn't attend any of the festivities because he says, "Oh, I don't want the rain to get on me." Okay,
right.
Well, you see all these other leaders, paying their respects and doing what they were supposed to do to commemorate the anniversary of World War I. You had Angela Merkel, from the president of Germany. You had Macron. You had all these other leaders, but they disgruntled a plan or disrupted a plan that Donald Trump was trying to meet up with Vladimir Putin, his homeboy.
No, his master. That's that man's man. Listen, the reason why those other world leaders had to do what they had to do, because they have accountability at home. He already told us, yeah. I love dumb people. Yeah, I can murder a motherfucker in Central Park. Yeah, all right. And he's acting accordingly, guys. Listen, at the end of the day, though, we still don't want Pence in there running quarterback. It is what it is, guys. Listen, if you don't know about nationalism and its programs at this stage of the game, it's too late for you. All right, it really is. Just duck and cover. That's all I can say. Just duck and cover and wish for the best. But for those of you out there who are fucking conscious and you realize we're all in this shit together, and without each of us having our individual freedom recognized by the next man and ready to be defended by the next man, none of us will be free. Welcome to slavery. Go and pick your fucking cotton or do whatever the fuck you got to do to fucking survive. But those who are with us, with me, we are going to be free. The ideal of freedom, the constitutional republic, is a beautiful, beautiful ideal. But it has never been implemented correctly. It's always been implemented with Jim Crow or evilness or wickedness or some sort of religious aspect that's unattainable. We need to do away with that. We have freedom, or we don't.
That Mike Pence, as much as scrutiny as the Trump administration is under, I could be wrong, but I'm just stating an opinion that I truly believe that Mike Pence will do exactly what Spiro Agnew did in Richard Nixon's Watergate investigation, where he would resign. Because how would you feel if you were under all of this investigation for almost 2 years and you decide to say, well, the person that was over me, which was the president, he's in so much hot water right now. Do I really want to pick up the slack or be under any affiliation with him? I truly believe history repeats itself, just like Spiro Agnew did. Spiro Agnew resigned before Richard Nixon resigned in 1973.
I got a question about the Trump investigation. with all these investigations, and we all know the reason why Trump was invested, why the whole investigation was even brought to fruition was that Trump is under investigation because him and the Russians colluded to rig the election of Hillary Clinton. Now, am I correct on that? That's why the whole Trump investigation started, right?
I hope that's not the reason, because that's not true.
Is that why the whole investigation kicked off? Is because Trump's supposed to be concluded with the Russians to steal the election from Hillary, right?
I believe you're right about that. I don't agree with that, but I think you're right. That's why it started.
Well, also too.
I'm just going to explain to y'all why Trump ain't won over. What's the evidence of this?
There is none. There's no evidence.
There's no evidence. So and I can explain to you, even with the Democrats taking back the House of Representatives, if you look at the record of all these new members of the House of Congress, if you look at their voting records, if you look at who they're tied to, they're all corporate whores.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Who?
So,
wait. Who's the one that's not a corporate whore?
Adriana Cortez is the only one that I know that hasn't took money from corporations or anything. That's the only one to look out of New York. That's the only one.
Okay.
Don't take my word for it, but I'm going to explain to people why nothing's going to change.
Okay.
Look at all the things that the Democrats want to put. Most things were flipped in districts that Hillary won in 2016. They didn't remove Tea Party Republicans, the far-right Republicans. Those seats, the only far-right Republican got removed was the dude that beat Eric Kansas. Everybody else kept their seats. Right. If you look at the people that took those seats, they're not liberal Democrats, they're not progressive Democrats. Those are corporate.
But
Democrats, one of them, the ones that name on the table again.
But see,
number one. Next week, the Democratic Party in the House of Representatives and the Republican Party in the House of Representatives are going to fix their leaders.
Right.
When Republican is elected Speaker of the House, that's going to tell you who's running the there's no way in hell that they're going to draw up or they're going to come and beat you. It's all made up. It's all a scheme. They're not. Trump's going to get reelected. All legislation that he wants to push through is going to get pushed through. Think about it. Look what the people in West Virginia did. They re-elected Joe Manchin, a Democrat, the Democrat that holds no bones about being a corporate whore. It's done nothing for the people of West Virginia. It's only voted for the people of West Virginia, but still they elect Joe Manchin.
Hold on one second, Dimebag. I want to make sure that the chat room can hear. Daniel.
To me, Joe Manchin is a Republican disguised as a Democrat.
Okay. Today's topic, I just want to go on the record. Yes, well, okay. Today's topic is I want to make sure that everyone knows that we are talking about the legitimacy of Trump being so-called impeached due to tampering with the campaign versus him and Clinton. We all know that's what's the precursor, sort of like weapons of mass destruction. I don't want Trump to go. Any way I want him to go is to be elected out or elected in. He don't need to be impeached. There's no reason why. I mean,
The whole Russian thing was all made up.
Right.
The only thing think that they can simply have a whole and they should be not here. That's the only thing. It's the only thing. When you look at these Democrats, they vote with Trump.
Now,
I made a video showing Claire McCaskill out of her own words that she's voting with Trump over 50% of the time. She voted over 70%. Voted over 70% of his Supreme Court nominees, people that he picked. Over 70% of these special judges she voted took him from them. This is a Democrat off now, but that was a Democrat that was in the Senate.
Yeah.
Whenever you give people choice to choose between a Republican Party compared to a Democrat, a Republican running as a Democrat, they're going to pick the Republican running as a Republican. And it played out. I can't law. In a red state. Look at all the they legalized marijuana, they raised the minimum wage, and then they turned around and voted for peace time.
Now, the thing is, it goes back to Albert Pike. It goes back to Masons and Illuminati. It goes back because we keep talking about the symptoms here with Trump. We keep talking about the symptoms here with the politics, both political parties. Exactly. The problem is the root of all of this. It's not global banking. It's not the Federal Reserve. All right. The root of all of this, of it all, is basically certain people wanting to control your time on fucking earth. Period. I don't care what they're saying they're doing it for. What higher than thou reason. The motivation for these people is to literally control you. And they use laws to do it. But I mean, we need laws for society, though. We have to have laws.
You look at their behavior towards Trump, it's identical to the right. The Bible was the same behavior. Every people who do people that
No, I don't know.
Out there protesting about Robert Miller. Robert Miller went to Congress and lied and said that Saddam Hussein and think about it, all you got to do is go right on YouTube and hit the search button. Videos of Robert Miller telling that Saddam Hussein has the mass destruction. I know this is not never there, but the mass destruction. So why the hell we?
Rick, can I answer that real quick? I mean, for one, he didn't lie to him. He didn't lie to him, or else he would have been brought up on perjury. At the time, I believe it was said that Robert Mueller had reports that indicated that Saddam did. So just because he misquoted the situation doesn't mean he was lying. What's up?
Why Colin Powell didn't get brought up? Why Colin Powell could have been charged with the same thing? He went to the UN and lied.
Well, the reason why I lied, huh?
So you got a guy that went to Congress, blatantly wrong because they wanted him to lie, blatantly Why should I go?
We're not gonna. Hmm. All right. Did you catch all that, Cobra? Is Cobra still there?
I don't know.
Hold on. Yeah, he's still here. That's weird. Cobra's still on the line. I don't know what's going on. I know I couldn't understand what Dimebag was saying either. Hold on, let me take you off of. Even when I put him on this regular speaker, do you got me on speakerphone or something over there?
I got no speakerphone on my phone.
Yeah, you might want to take me up because it was really hard for us to hear, dude. This is what you sounded like. And you could hear words coming in, and then it was, what's up? What's up, Coach and Door, brother? No, I just got you on. I have you right now on just the phone going into the machine. I want to have you on the speakerphone because I have you on the speakerphone, we can hear you better.
Is that better?
Now let me try to put you on speakerphone. All right, now say something.
Yeah, I'm heard.
Yeah, that's a lot better. That's beautiful right there. All right.
Okay.
We got, we got a whole chat room full that we want to hear what you got to say. And I don't know what happened to Cobra. Once again, this phone here does whatever the hell it wants to do. But we're gonna keep. Yeah, hold on. Hold on one second. Let me just go like this. Then I'll go to here. And we'll see. What's up, Biggs?
You have reached the voicemail of Humanity.
What? How come I can't hang up the fucking phone? Man, this is whack, man. No, but what we're trying to talk about, we kind of started off talking about freedom in general. I mentioned Albert Pike and how his letter to Marzini basically broke down everything that we're experiencing now. The ultimate goal, guys, once again, is to keep you from hold on, let me disconnect. To keep you from worshiping God and get you onto worshiping man. Dred Scott, yeah. Look. Okay, cool. We got an incoming call. Hold on, here it is. You there? Now, I guess maybe we just had to refresh it. But like the Dred Scott case or Black men. Huh? He's not here.
I tried to follow him, just went to voicemail.
Yeah, it did me too. Hopefully nothing went down. I mean, once again, these phones have been acting really funny. I don't know. It's funny. Me and Dimebag were having a conversation earlier, and dude from AT&T called me. I didn't call him. He called me, and we dragged him into this conversation. Ever since then, the phone, I don't know. I was hearing clicks and shit on it. Everyone else like, it's all fine, but I don't know. Fuck it. All I'm going to do is drink my shit, talk about freedom, talk about fucking liberty, talk about all of us fucking doing what we got to do to ensure that each other's free. Because we don't.
When you start talking about freedom, you don't get other people involved, and they don't like when you telling other people there's actually some freedom out there.
No, not that type of freedom. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I am going to mention the petrodollar, all right? But I'm not going to talk too crazy because I don't want to end up like Gaddafi. All right? I don't want to end up like, I want to.
petrodollar?
No, you better not. You better leave that petrodollar alone.
Yeah, you won't get the Gaddafi treatment.
Right. But I am going to speak. But I am going to speak on the petrodollar and us bowing down to it and how it's fucking up all these other countries. And that's why we have immigrants wanting to get into here, because they're tired of their kids being murdered. They're tired of the fucking corrupt fucking colonial government installation. They're tired of all that. And as citizens who loves freedom, we should be tired of it too. We should be tired of all these shady things being done in our name.
They coming for the handouts.
Oh, will you quit it? They're not. Oh, God. There ain't no handouts up here, man.
That's just going to overrun the borders of the United States.
There is no borders. There is no America. There is no Russia. There is no China. It's only money. That's all there is. That's what I'm saying. This is laughable anyways. It's laughable.
So, to me, real interested when they show up.
They are showing up. You know, they are. They are so. You're right, Biggs.
I'm pretty sure they'll be shipping out shoot the metal to make golf.
Well, what we got. Well, it's not time for the tinfoil hats yet, but just in case, I got aluminum foil. But we got to understand that 15,000 people being absorbed into a state that already has 350 plus million. We're not really talking about an issue there, okay? The overwhelming world population do not want to immigrate, believe it or not, to these United States of America. All right?
Okay. Those resources that we use, those resources that it's going to take to infuse those 15,000 people into the United States population, that resources should be used to the people that already here that took skin in the game.
Well, yeah. Of course. Listen, there is no reason why Arabs or Bosnians in the St. Louis area I'm talking about, there's no reason why you should go to a foreign land, fix these people up with special grants, special loans, tax deferment, while you still have, while he was living, people like Mike Brown or whatnot in the city of St. Louis that could, be utilized. Not saying that everyone's brilliant. I'm not saying that just give a guy $1 and he's going to make. I'm not saying that. But look for the bright, the other immaculate 10% that's not part of the bourgeois that's being disenfranchised. Look for that crowd and empower them. But the reason why that's not going to happen, because that goes against Albert Pike's agenda. How is that going to get people off of thinking about God and worrying about what Satan's doing? See, there's the trick. If you want to make billions of dollars, come up with a way to get people to stop thinking about true spirituality and start thinking and feeling good, mind you, about non-spiritual things. You do that in this day and age, you're going to be rich. You're going to be poor as hell spiritually, but you'll be rich physically. That's truth. You can see that. Why? Look at Hugh Hefner. Back in the, the day and age when on a movie you see a girl's ankle. Oh my God, that's rated X. All right, he's showing fucking tits and the whole 9 yards. And he dies a billionaire. The reality is if you don't understand there's an agenda moving forward, then you're going to get destroyed by it. Either you're going to work for it or you're going to work against it.
What did Hugh Hefner do that was wrong?
What?
Did you say Hugh Hefner?
Yeah. What he do is wrong. Well, morally speaking, having a book with a bunch of nude chicks bent over, kind of immoral and really doesn't promote anything positive. Surely don't promote wholesome, happy families. I'm not against it now. I'm not sitting here trying to Bible. I'm not against it at all. But Article 5 is true. You're right, War. They don't.
King Solomon had 700 wives.
So, hold on.
The most greatest man ever.
You know the reason why King Solomon was so great? Once again, he had control over demons. He was able to manipulate demons to do his bidding. That's why he was so great and powerful. Listen, you can have one chick or you can have a million chicks. If you have no love in your heart, it really behooves you not to have. It's really better that you have no chick. You're either gonna get it or you're gonna get destroyed by it. Is what I'm saying ultimately, and that's true in this world.
You don't have to have love in your heart to have a bunch of women.
Hold on, there's a question, and I want to answer it. Big Pimpin', who's behind the mass migration? Unfortunately, the good citizens who did not stand up and tell our black ops people, don't go here trying to get fucking drug monies so you can use that drug monies to so-called fight the communists, which really doesn't fight the communists. All it does is push crack into black communities so that the bigots can get more power and justification in the United States. Well, look at the black folks. They're killing each other on a Saturday night over crack. And then it morphs itself into a heroin epidemic because we want to get oil. See how all these things, you can't escape the universal law aspect. We have shit in, oh shit. My computer might be dying, guys, but this, I'm going to the fucking end. We have shit on the backside of this that if you steal oil and you steal opioids, your citizenry does what? It suffers. It suffers from cancer, from all the products that those the oil makes, and it suffers from drug epidemics from all the drugs the opioids makes. See, don't forget, these wars weren't fought over freedom, they were fought over resources. We get the resources, we make the products, the people consume the products, and guess what? Now they have to reap the rewards or the punishment for that.
The question was, who came up with the idea to have all these people? Who's behind this? So the job to get all these people to migrate to the United States in a quick.
Oh, well, some people are saying it was George Soros. But I'm saying it is the conditions of their countries that's forcing them to get the fuck up out of Dodge. It's not George Soros like he has a magical wand. Yes, he has a hand to play in it, but the real hand that's being played are the drug cartels and the criminal element that's being empowered with westernized weapons and tactics to fucking terrorize the local villagers to want to get the fuck out of there. And they're doing that so that our corporations can get in there and get the resources out of said regions and go and make these fucked up products that's fucking killing our asses as we purchase and consume them. Okay. I once again, I'm not going to accept. He is not a true Jew that was written of the Bible. Is he an Ashkenazi Jew?
I ain't talking about what's in the goddamn Bible. I'm talking about.
Does he claim to be a Jew? Yes. The answer is yes. He claims to be a Jew.
So why the fuck is he fucking around down there in South America?
Because George Soros is a Nazi. A lot of Nazis escaped to South America after World War II. A lot of tactics that those South American countries are using are Nazi-ass tactics because that's their mentorship. It's really that simple.
So say hypothetically, George Soros is behind these two caravans of immigrant fathers. Okay, if that's true, then I look at that as a distraction for something else. So while everybody's focused on the mass caravans,
right?
This is actually really what's taking place. So, because that's what it is. That's what if you look at it in that perspective, you know, it's kind of like if you smuggling drugs, one vehicle gets caught, so the other ones get in.
Right. Yeah, it's a bait car deal.
So what's coming in here is they're trying to hide that they're using these caravans to distract everybody's attention.
They're trying to distract us from the fact that China just unleashed a satellite killing weapon, another one. They also perfected a stealth supersonic missile that, you know, can't shoot down. They're distracting us to the point to where we don't realize our technological ledge is almost over, man. Yeah, I know. Still Reserve is poison. I get it. It is. It is. I ain't gonna lie. So is fucking this cup. That's poison too. Oil product. Poison. Poison all over this. I mean, it is what it is. Who, China?
I'm just saying, do you honestly think that the United States doesn't have Cold War weapons too?
Unfortunately, man, dude, just like the Weimar Republic at its time had the most advanced weaponry, when the whole world comes against you, you're done, dude. You're done.
When Nikolai Tesla died, who took his scientific work that was written down? You know who took his work? Because nobody finds his work. You know who took his work?
Who?
U.S. Navy. They took his work.
The Navy is about our Navy. Okay, if you think about our Navy, but let's be fair about this. Also compliment with the British Navy and kind of look at them as the same. Yes, we still have the advantage.
You think that technology has not been developed?
Who's ours? The United States?
I'm saying the ideas and the formulas and all the science that Nikolai Tesla documented, the U.S. Navy has this stuff. Now, you're telling me that stuff hasn't been developed into stuff. I'm pretty sure we've already seen pieces of it, but we all know that the technology that we play with is not equivalent to the technology that they're playing.
Look, do I think that Nikola Tesla has some tremendously radical theories and ideals that should have been realized? Absolutely. But the fact that they were suppressed, the fact that they haven't been in visual sight, you asked me to have faith that, that in some secret lab somewhere, just faith that there's a super weapon. Dude, I have no such faith. Oh, shit.
I'm not saying that there's no...
Hold on, man. My wife's calling me, but I'm doing a show. I'm live. Hold on. I can text her. I'm going to text my... Hold on. You can talk. I know. It is really weird. Hold on. No, I mean, it really is cool. I mean...
I'm just saying that, like, I know kind of the duplicate a bunch of our shit, but who knows that, crazy shit now?
Oh, man. I don't know how to send a text message. Hold on. All right. Well, hold on. I can't text and really talk doing a show live. Hold on, man.
I don't know any better time. You can't text and be quiet.
No, I'm not. I'm texting. I'm talking. I'm not dead timing shit. I'm just saying. I just sent it.
Oh, okay, then good.
You know what I'm saying? But we gotta understand. Look, we have a war right now socially. We have a war right now economically. We have a war right now, disease. You think that little polio bullshit that's popping up, that's not some sort of biological weapon being tested? Listen, there's a lot of stuff out here, man, that we're at war with. But I'll tell you. Huh?
Your policy is to try to get back to the mosquitoes, and I was just by the mosquitoes over the summer.
Man, will you quit it? Will you quit it, man? Where you quit it? Look. Never. Hold on. This is good. War said, when will we ever learn? You can't expect your enemy to give you any help. We're never going to learn this shit. We're never going to learn it. We're constantly going to be going back to the enemy as some sort of vindication. Listen, the only way to win this thing is to turn that enemy into your brother, to turn that enemy into your friend. If not, then what's going to happen is we're going to flip-flop. It's just gonna flip flop, flip flop, and we're never gonna progress. Because I really do want to progress past this shit. There'll be no that type of the absolution. That's what we have too much of that. You know, most of us are dying for shit that happened thousands of years ago. Thousands of years ago. Somebody stole somebody's fucking lamb skin, and I ain't even talking about a rubber, literally a lamb skin, and we want to kill, and then our kids kill. Man, fuck that. Yeah, I know all about Heart and the G.I. Joe. Oh my God. You know, the G.I. Joe, the 80s version. Yeah, that was like coming towards the end of the whole a real American hero. Now he's just a hero. You know, I mean, I understand what you're saying, talking about Dimebag. Like, you're a patriot. You know, you're basically an American first guy. You know what I mean? You don't want immigrants over here and blah blah blah. But you know, you got.
I'm not like anti-immigrant, but I don't think that it sends the right. It doesn't send the right message to me, because I know that if letting these people come in is going to require resources, and I know that it's already American citizens over there that have put in the game that are struggling and can use those resources. So if it's between them and the people that got skin in the game,
yeah. But you do realize that right now
no
that
no way you can justify kids in this country going hungry every fucking night.
Yes, I can justify it. You know why? Because this country is not stolen. This country was conquered. And the motherfuckers that did the conquering are feeding the motherfuckers they want fed just fine. So if you're not getting fed, that's what? You went against the grain and you're outside the thing. I'm against that as well. I'm saying that we should be.
You're telling me that my resources that I contribute go to them motherfuckers that ain't put no skin in the game, when the kids over there, the sex parents that put skin in the game, and that fucking going to bed at home tonight, you can justify giving them those resources and not the people here. That's bullshit.
No, I can justify giving the people who are here. I can justify giving the little motherfucker over there in Appalachia, giving the little motherfucker in the 5th Ward or whatever they're at.
How can any citizen in this country take this part? Let them come here and give them resources with the people over here that can use those resources. They have put skin in the game. They got skin in the game.
But you gotta understand, the people who are not getting resources here, because let's break this down. Are you supposed to give a pedophile who gets out of jail? Hold on now. Are you supposed to give a pedophile who gets out of jail resources? I mean, a guy who's a refugee from Mozambique versus a guy who fucked a little kid. You're going to give the guy that did that to the little kid just because he's an American citizen resources and not the immigrant?
Damn right.
What?
Damn right. You know what? When he was in that prison, some of the time, he was working. He was doing shit. He put skin in the game. At the end of the day, they still was American.
Dude, I would rather give a decent I don't care what. Okay, I'm going on. I don't care what where you're from. You're a decent human being. I'd rather give you a shot, man. Fuck that.
That they didn't fight for or anything else. It's bullshit. You can't be good. You cannot allow this type of stuff to go on. That's why we're in the situation we're in now. It's no way you can justify spending resources on.
I can justify that. I can justify that. A rapist, a serial killer, you know, somebody like that that's torturing people and chopping them up. I'd rather have a decent immigrant from whatever little world, country, or whatever who wants to come over here and just do his or her thing and love life. I help that motherfucker. But the other motherfucker, I don't care if you're a U.S. citizen or a fucking citizen of Lucifer. I don't give a fuck. Your ass got to go. If you're gonna be out here hurting our kids, you're gonna be out here killing people, your ass has got to go. Period. Now,
Do we or do we not have laws to deal with people like that? I'm just asking.
Do we have laws to deal? Yes, we do. We have laws.
There you go, right there. There's laws in place to deal with people like that, and they commit these crimes, they get dealt with. But at the end of the day, You cannot take resources from American citizens. They can use those resources that have skin in the game and give them to somebody else that hasn't contributed. They did shit for us.
Listen, I'm saying just because this motherfucker's fighting to try to save the country, he's fighting for the wrong reason. The pedophile guy, he ain't fighting for one, and he's also hurting our image because he's going over to these countries raping their kids when he's in uniform as well. But I'm saying he's fighting so that when he gets back home, he can rape somebody in peace. He's not fighting for fucking freedom, and I'm not giving him that fucking type of honor and respect because he's an evil fucking prick.
If people in this country right now can afford to keep their home, why couldn't they have that money? Why
because some of those people who are ass out like that, dude, are pedophiles that have been shunned by society. A lot of people who have been who can't heat their home, huh?
At the end of the day, it's going to take resources to deal with this amount of people that come in. It's going to take resources. And you're telling me that it's fine to build those resources. It's Americans over once again that got skin in the game that can't heat their home. You telling me they don't deserve that money instead of them? That's bullshit.
Well, I'm saying that yes, because we all both knows that we both know that we have the poor, we have the working poor to scare the middle class to keep going to work. If you don't have the middle class there to keep going to work, then the upper class gonna have to get their fucking hands dirty, and they're not trying to do that. That's why. That's why they're going to bring in these immigrants, because they want the work done. The people at the top just wants the work done.
So that's why it's so, and that's that's right there. What you just said is the reason why the Arab, the Asian, all of them go into black communities and other communities that poor and go rape and pillage and suck all the resources out of us because of stuff like that.
But that's what we have done since World War II. In some way, I'm not for that.
Let them go without paying taxes, giving all these handouts, but you over there, American citizens, through age here, Canadian tax workers, we're not going to give you shit so you can sustain your family, or we're not going to help you build a small business. But this motherfucker over here ain't never even in this country, ain't done nothing. We're going to save your money so we can outdo you. You telling me that's bullshit? So basically, you saying that immigrants coming over here deserve to be put in line before you're on free ticket?
No. I'm saying the exact opposite. I'm saying that immigrants who choose to come to this country, all right, there should be a paper way, but then there should be a fast way. The fast way is if you're willing to serve 8 years in our armed services, an 8-year contract, you learn English. At the end of that 8 year, you'll go ahead and get yourself a GI Bill and a VA grant for a home, and that would be that. That's what I'm saying. If you want to get in here fast, you go to the military, you serve 8 years, 8 years, you get out honorably, and you're an American citizen, guaranteed. Yes, I'm all for that.
Then why can't they come in and do that after these type of laws are put in place?
What?
What's wrong with them waiting to come in after these type of laws are put in place?
Because those type of laws ain't ever going to suggest what I just suggested. I also suggest that we do away with all coins, pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. Turn those all into dollars. If you have a penny, that's a fucking dollar. That would actually stimulate the whole economy because it costs more to make a penny than what a fucking penny's worth.
What I'm saying is
you're not going to do that either.
What I'm saying is there is no reason why. I don't have an issue with helping people out, but it's sickening when you see that other people even think that it's fair to get people that have been put together that don't have no English and resources and to set them up to strive and do better than American citizens that got in the game that can use a little help to better themselves and just lead them to the shore. But we'll come over here and bring them over here to the boat. American citizens out there in the open water and just lead them to the shore.
I personally don't know I don't know no citizens like that.
what I'm saying is that, for one, it's in the bad message to a lot. Like, if you let one group of people in like that, you're going to have to let every last one of them come. And the groups are only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Stop it. That's fear-mongering. That's worse. Listen, ain't nobody trying to leave their homeland. Are you trying to leave America or United States? No. Nobody's really trying to leave.
If you let one group in, what's going to stop them? If you let one group in, what's going to stop the next group from coming in? And then next group coming in. And that group's going to get larger and larger and larger.
And then think about it. Your power over the human biosphere will get more and more and more as you get greater population. I don't see a problem.
One of the main reasons why over there in Europe people are really complaining about the mass migration.
Because they're racist as hell. They don't want Europe to get brown. That's why. Let's be real. They have shit to do with resource. If you can, unless you consider white pussy resource, that's all it's about. Man, come on, dude. That has shit to do with immigration. The only thing those motherfuckers are scared of is that fucking Heidi is going to go with Abdul versus fucking Rick, and they're going to have a little fucking kinky-haired mixed baby. That's why they're scared. They're already getting a hit with the birth rate, and they don't want, you know, that's their little breeding fucking ground, Mal. You got to understand this. What?
The birth rate is dropping in almost every.
No, that's it. No, I ain't wrong. Asia, Africa, and the Middle East has seen a significant increase in birth. It's just Europe and North America. In South America, increase in birth. Just Europe and America and the United States, North America, suffering. That's facts, man. Listen, once again, it all goes back to having a nihilist, atheist point of view. Nihilist meaning, oh, the world's going to go to the fucking end. Atheist meaning, there is no God but me. That's the state of affairs that the people who are in power wants to get you in. Once they get you in that frame of mind, it's over. It's a wrap. Nothing needs to be done. Because the ultimate goal is to get you to worship Lucifer once the veil's unleashed and Albert Pike's little plan, Messianic plan, is coming to fruition. We got 2 wars down, just 1 more war to go. And we're fast approaching the Islam-Christian confrontation. That's bad. That's horrible. You should not want to see it. It's very bad. We are all brothers. We are all brothers and sisters. We're family.
What's wrong with watching 2 groups of idiots that don't have no evidence and their God fight to the death?
That's the point. The point is that thought right there is what Albert Pike wants you to believe, because in some way you think you're going to be okay. But let the Christianity and Muslims be removed, the Satanists and Luciferians come in, then you'll see what time it is. Then you'd be like, oh my God, I miss them now. Where's Muhammad? Where are the prophets? Where is Jesus? Where are the saints? You're going to miss them then.
But what are they going to do any different than what the Christians and the Muslims do now?
They're going to actually exterminate. They're going to actually kill off everybody. Everybody. No, you know reason why? Because if you believe that too, you would never say the world's overpopulated. If we're overpopulated, how the fuck did the Muslims and Christians kill off everybody? Think about it.
Have you ever read the Bible or the Quran?
No, never read either. I believe it's written on your heart.
Then you probably should make a statement.
Why? The world? Do you not believe the world's overpopulated? Hold on. Do you believe the world's overpopulated?
All I'm saying is you should make those type of statements if you haven't read what's in their release.
Okay, but do you believe the world's overpopulated?
No.
Oh, so you think the world's underpopulated?
I don't think that it's unpopulated or unpopulated.
Oh, so you think the world's exactly where it should be, right?
I guess everything is what it's supposed to be.
Well, then, if that's the case, then you should be basically cool with the religious people's way of running the planet on a, I guess, reproductive level. But we gotta understand, it'll be orchestrated to divide people based upon their isms. Yes, that's what I've said always. this thing that's coming.
That was the whole point of the religion for religion. It's to control bad things to people.
Well, nobody's arguing that point. All we're saying is it's been successful to a certain moniker of degree. Look at all the human beings that are on the planet. Look how the vast majority of human beings are not murderers. The vast majority, huh?
And a lot of them are wrong. I'm just saying that.
You're saying that the vast majority of religions should not exist?
Yeah.
Based upon what?
Based upon evidence.
There's no evidence. We just say, you just said that population's right where it should be.
You have to be more. Religion is the only thing that requires that thing.
Why would you say something like that?
So you tell me, everybody knows that. Somebody coming here and tell you that the sun's out, the sun is black. You can go outside.
But what religion say here telling you the sun's black? What religion say here telling?
But you're basing that on evidence. You know that if it's no clouds in the sky, it's not true. You base that on evidence that you see with your own eyes.
Wait, you're trying to say that religion people? Hold on.
No evidence of any
most religions.
No evidence.
You do realize that you keep on talking.
Why the hell? What the hell has no like ever found the guy gets more for? Now we've been fighting all countries, all that boat is seen around this place for hundreds of years, and nobody's ever found that boat. And I don't want to hear about this one little place that they claim that it's not a freaking boat.
Wait. For one, stop. If you have no faith, if you have no faith, that's one thing. But if you have no faith, then why should anyone have to prove anything? They cannot prove anything to you by virtue of you having no faith. So why even go down that rhetorical road?
You don't believe anything else without evidence. You don't believe anything else without evidence.
Why would you make such a broad statement? I believe a lot of things. I believe that there's UFOs. I believe there's whole civilizations outside of Earth. No evidence.
You know, when you get your car and you're driving down the road, if you take your hands off the steering wheel and let the car guide itself, it doesn't seem to be trouble. You know that.
But there's no. I don't have to have faith in that. I'm literally in the car doing that. I'm literally turning the steering wheel.
If you think that you can drive your car without controlling the steering wheel, you think that on faith you're probably going to kill it.
Oh no, great, yeah, absolutely. And guess what? You cannot guide your life without the steering wheel or the vehicle of spirituality. If you think you're gonna have a cool life without some sort of spirituality, you're on that same crash course too. Yeah, absolutely. That's a good analogy.
All I'm saying is that every time you use evidence for anything
the evidence that God's alive, the evidence that most people who are rational would suggest to you that God is alive is the mere fact that you're conscious yourself. Consciousness just does not evolve. Because if that's the case, then how come the little critters I'm looking at outside my windows aren't making stealth jets and making boundaries in the woods there, making their nation so that we don't go down there and fuck with them? Because they're not conscious. They are on natural autopilot. I know that they're not making bombs. I know I'm not getting shot with AK-47s or AR-15s when I walk outside my house.
Yeah, but it's a bunch of little kids running around with
yeah. Hey, can you read the? Can you see the chat room, Dimebag?
No, I'm not even like this.
All right. Well, let me read you this. There's a distinct line between religious text and man's implementation or interpretation of religion. Man by nature is imperfect, so man representation of religion is not monolithic or perfect.
What's the bad religion? Was that invented by man?
I would say, yeah, of course. Who can interpret religion? Another human being. So it has to be invented by something that can interpret it. It wasn't, in other words, it was not invented for the birds or the bees. It was invented for you and me, of course. But this is where freedom comes into effect. I believe that everybody has the right to believe or not to believe. I believe that you should have the freedom, as long as your religion doesn't involve coming and chopping, me up or my kids or something. You should be able to do whatever you want to do. If that makes you be a better person, there is no harm in that. I don't understand. Why? So,
but if you read the text of these two main religions, that's not what they stand for. In the book of Deuteronomy, it clearly tells you if anybody that don't believe, if you believe this person, that you should kill them. And they also say that you went up.
Okay, so you're saying the law is to say if you do not believe, hold on. Does the law state that if you do not believe in God or if you do not believe in Christ? Because underneath that same law,
I can tell you what it says.
Okay, tell me.
In the book of Deuteronomy, Yahweh. For those who don't know who Yahweh is, that's God. Yahweh, it clearly explains that if your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, whoever it is, if they do not believe in Yahweh, then they ought to be killed. It clearly says that in the book of Deuteronomy.
Now,
and it also states in the Quran, if you don't believe that way, then it's punishable by death.
Once again, what context is that? Are you suggesting that's just the general premise, or was there a war conflict going on when this was being written? And to identify a believer versus a combat, this is who you need to understand who's who.
I've been agreeing to.
But you gotta read it to me in context to the overall. All right. By the way, though, guys, when you're reading verses or books, it's supposed to be taken in context with a certain situation. You gotta understand when we're dealing with religion topics, it's not as crystal clear as this. There's right and then there's wrong. So, just be happy that you're alive today. That's all I gotta say. Hopefully that he didn't burst into flames when he grabbed the book. Non-believer and all. But anyhow, that's just a joke. This is a joke. Let's bring up Ducky McQuackster.
I'm looking. If you guys give me a second, I don't like to know this, like, basically, all that stuff. I didn't want to come to it.
Okay. So, but I'm running out of power. I shouldn't be, but my phone is not on power. Well, I'm not running out of power. My bad. I don't want to rush you. I don't want you to get your words. I want it to be crystal clear so that everyone can understand what you're talking about.
I'm getting it on myself. I got you, but I just gotta find it.
Okay. It's Deuteronomy, not Deuteronomy, okay? It's Deuteronomy. You keep on saying the book of Deuteronomy. Yeah, you said Deuteronomy. It's like, come on, dude. You have to, you might not believe, but it doesn't hurt to be courteous. That's all I gotta say. Even if you didn't like Kentucky Fried Chicken, you shouldn't go up in there talking smack on them and shit. Just be courteous. That's all.
Right.
I mean,
I'm saying it's like you don't need to.
Well, you don't need to do a lot of things. Of course you do. Hold on. Stop. Of course you need a higher a guidebook or understand it. Yes, you do. Because what you're saying that human beings are born naturally upright and righteous? Are you saying that?
That's what I think. That's what I found.
What?
For all of y'all that have King James Version of the Holy Bible, if you want to turn that book to
But
Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 7 through 11. The best atheist has read this book. I'm going to read you what it says.
okay.
If your brother, son of your father, or your mother, or your son or daughter, or the person you embrace, and you most embarrassed, then try to frequently to think you say they go and serve other gods unknown to you or your ancestors, the boys you God of the people surrounding you with. Let them hear you fall far away. Anywhere belongs to your life. You must not consider. You must not listen to them. You must show them no pity. You must not serve them or discern them. No, you must kill him. Your man must strike the first blow and put him to death in the hands of the rest of the people's followers. You must stone him to death if you have tried to the mercy from Yahweh. Your God. Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 17.
Now, I think that's enough. Once again, you're not demonstrating in context to what? Just every day. So Adam and Eve had to believe in Yahweh through a certain book or a certain writing, because they walked with, you keep on calling Yahweh, but most people would probably say the Most High or God, but they walked with them. You don't have to believe in any certain book. You got to have that in your heart and know it to be true. I mean, books are books, dude. Anybody can pass. Oh yeah, I believe in that. wait. Anybody can do that, but you gotta believe it in your heart. That's the trick.
You didn't know that was in that book.
Huh?
You didn't know that was in that book.
Yeah, I did. Don't forget, I've been to church several times, at least in my life.
You didn't know that was in that book.
Yeah, but I'm trying to ask you, in what reference is it in the book? Was there a war or was there a battle going on when that was being written?
No, those were instructions.
So you're saying that was just out the blue, just sitting there by the cave. Yeah, this is what you should do there, Ezekiel. No, it's in reference to something.
Those were instructions.
Well, if you do read the book, we're definitely heading to destruction, and it's pretty crystal clear. All right. Yes, traveling adventures of Little Bear. I wish you had the chat up so you can see, man, our chatters today are on fucking point. We got to understand, man, that if we don't do anything at all, I mean, everybody who hears this just goes home and sits on their ass, it's not going to change the damn thing. And if you get out in the streets and protest night and day, it's not going to change the damn thing. This shit is on autopilot. There are forces out there that's going to ensure. How do you think Israel came to be after 2,000 years of not being around? Anyway, just in legend. But now it's a reality. You think that just arbitrarily happens? How can a guy in 1871 write about a world war, not just once, but 3 times? World War I, World War II, and then the one to come. That just happens? This stuff is all by design. This stuff is all by design. Well, you know what, guys? I tell you what, I have to run right now. I'm getting off camera things. It's been a great discussion. We will continue this Friday on the other morning show after. Right. But I gotta go, y'all, and I will talk to y'all later.